All right, hello everybody. It's Marissa, Kissa Creations here on Flosstube, and today I am here to bring you a little bit of a tutorial. I am working on this Erica Michaels sampler book. I don't know if we can get it all in there. And I started with A is for Acorn and Algerian Eyelet. That's the first pattern. I'm going to show you my finish of that. So I have it right here, and I have completed it. The Algerian Eyelet is stitched 1/1 on 32 count, so it is very, very small. That was a little rough on the eyes, but worth it in the end. But as you can see, there are 2 rows of Algerian eyelets. And I found when I first started stitching that if I stitched it a certain way, I was running my thread along the back of where the hole was, which is part of the beauty of the Algerian eyelet stitch, is that it creates the eyelet. So I figured out a way, and I know it's probably not original, but I wanted to share what I found with all of you, a way to create the whole row without blocking the eyelet hole with the floss. So I'm going to show you the back. And as you can see on the back, it almost looks the same. Not the rest of my stitches, but at least the Algerian eyelets, you can see them, and you can see, and this is a little bit tighter of a fabric and I didn't pull super hard, but you can see through, and there's no floss blocking the holes that create the eyelet. So I wanted to do that with you today, kind of show you how I went through it and went along the whole row and created those so that they looked similar front and back, and so I didn't block any of my holes. So you always want to stitch from the outside in. So that is another part that kind of creates that tricky feel. You want to be able to pull your floss to create that little hole. So I'm going to go down here and I'm going to start. And this is going to be over essentially two stitches. So if you're stitching over 2, it would be the width of 2 stitches. So we're just going to start it. I'm going to kind of leave my tail hanging down the back so I don't have to turn over. Stitching on my trusty Lowry. And all right, so we do the first one. Remember, always from the outside in. So then we're going to go up here, and the tighter you pull, the more that eyelet is going to pull. And we're just going to move counterclockwise around and create those stitches. All right, so we have 4 of the 8 stitches that you would normally make. At this point, I'm going to move to the next one. Now, if you're going to have those stitches touching, you will come up right here. We are going to leave a space in between them, or a stitch in between them. So we're going to come up right here. And then we're going to do the same thing again. Go into what would be the middle of the next stitch and come down. And we're going to do half of the eyelet. And after I finish this one, I'm going to zoom the camera in a little bit so you can see a little better. Okay, so again, half of the eyelet. So All right, so I have half of these eyelets done. I'm going to do another one. Again, so this is where we would come up if we were going to have our eyelets be touching. I'm leaving a space in between, so I'm coming up right here. I'm going to stitch one-handed, so I keep another hand out of your view. So this is going to be the middle. And how hard you pull determines how much of an eyelet you get. So you can really kind of tug if you're wanting it to really show through. And again, we're stitching half of the stitch. All right, and one more for good measure. So again, this is where we would start if we were doing them right next to each other. And here's where we're starting with a stitch in between. All right, and so this time we're going to go all the way around. Just going to do a row of 4. I'm not going to keep you here all day. Again, always working from the outside in. And the reason that we're doing these as halves, again, is so that if we go all the way around and then we move to the next one, sometimes we can end up crossing our floss over the back of that beautiful eyelet that we've just made. All right, so now we have a complete eyelet there, and we're going to come up here, okay, to go to the inside of the next stitch. So that is, you know, pulling from the center of our last one and creating that eyelet. And making our way around. Always from the outside in. And starting across from the last one. And I absolutely am loving this sampler book project. I'm really excited to share some more stitches with you, but I figured I'd start with this one. I finished it quite a while ago and have been meaning to share this video. But just a quick little mini tutorial on making a row of Algerian eyelets without carrying your floss behind anything. All right, so I'm gonna flip over, maybe. There we go. Okay. Pulled in the wrong spot. Okay, so as you can see, I hope, because I can't, our little row right here, we didn't cross over the back on any of them. This is my starting tail. I had just left it as a tail. And we have nice holes all along the back. No flosses blocking any of them. And we're ready to go. If you have any questions, definitely leave them in the comments. I'm happy to answer them. Again, this is not an original concept, but it is something that I haven't really seen talked about all that much, and I thought that it would be really helpful to share with others. I hope you found this helpful. I hope you have a lovely day, and I will see you in the next Flosstube video. Bye.